Alright guys, so welcome to my YouTube channel. Welcome to Now Fashion Hub, the best fashion channel in the world. So today quickly we're going to learn how to cut and sew a female trouser pant. Okay, so for us to do that, these are the measurement we're going to be using. We're using a waist measurement of 33, the trouser width, the thigh lap 28, the knee measurement is 19, the trouser length is 40, the hip measurement is 42. All right, and the ankle is 13. So without wasting time, let us hit into the drafting. Okay, so this is our fabric is folded into two. All right, and we are drafting on the bad side of the fabric, So when you are cutting, you divide your waist measurement by 4. Okay, so the first thing we are going to do is to cut the front piece, then we'll move to the back piece. If you have questions, please drop them and I'll do justice to answer your questions. All right, so the first thing we're going to do, we are going to identify all the horizontal lines, the waist, the lap, the thigh, the knee, and the what, and the length. Okay, that is the ankle. All right, so let's go. The first thing we're going to do is that we're going to mark out about 3/4 inch from the beginning point here. 3/4 inch. What I'm marking here, I'll mark out 3/4 inch here. All right. The next thing I will do is to go ahead and do what, and take the waist measurement. And if you check the waist, we say the waist is 33. If you divide 33, this is how you divide your tape. You divide 33 by 4, which is divided by 4. So if you divide your 33 by 4, all right, what are you having? You are having 8.25. All right. Now I'm going to be explaining something. There are different ways of cutting trouser depending on the type of waist you are fixing on that trouser. If it's a trouser that has rope or elastic or belt, you understand, these are different approaches. Okay, now for this trouser is going to carry elastic at the waist. So for a trouser that's going to carry elastic at the waist, when you are cutting a trouser, you ensure that it's going to the size of the waist is wide enough to pass through the hip. Hope we are getting this. All right, so it's carrying elastic, there won't be zip on it, so you ensure that what, the size of the waist is large enough to pass through the hip. And we'll say that our hip measurement is 42. So we're going to be very careful that what the waist we have here can actually wear through the hip. I hope this is very clear. So we have a waist of what, 33. If we divide 33 by 4, we're having 8 and what? We're having 8.25. So this is 8.25 here. All right. But if we look at this, 8.25 times 3 is giving us just what? 33. So if we go ahead and cut at this exact measurement, when you are done, the customer cannot wear it because it's going to carry no zip, only elastic. So because of that, you are going to increase a little so that at the end you're able to get 42 to pass through the hip. I hope this is very clear. Now, because of our hip, we are now going to use minimum of 40 here. Why are we using minimum of 40? We're using 40 because the back piece will be what? Will be bigger than the front piece. So even though I use 10 here, which is 40, 10 times 4 is 40. All right, when the back piece comes, it will come with an extra allowance, and that will be able to give us what? 42. Hope this is clear. You understand better when I'm stitching it. So now this is what I'm going to be using, 10 here instead of what, 8.25. Hope my explanation is well taken. So this is 10 here. All right, so I'm going to come down by ½ inch to give the waist fitting in front. Come down by ½ inch, and I'll join this line to this point here. And I hope my chalk is also clear enough for you to see, guys. Hope my chalk is also visible enough for us to see. I hope so. Yeah, it's visible enough. I just confirmed that. All right, so the next thing for us to do now is to get our what? The crotch length. It is on the crotch length that we'll get our what? Our thigh or lap, however you call it. All right, so how are we going to get our crotch? Our crotch is simply what? Waist divided by 4. And our waist is 33. Divided by 4, that will be what? That will be 8.25. All right. But guys, this 8.25 is a bit too small. We'll add like ½ inch to it to have 8.5. Now, I did a video on how to locate a perfect crotch. I'm not going to go into that in this video, but if you want to know how to locate a perfect crotch, please check my videos. I have a lot of videos on that. Please check it. But crotch is simply what? Waist divided by 4. All right, waist measurement divided by 4. So if we divide our waist here, which is 33 by 4, you are having what? You are having 8.25. But I added ½ inch to it, to 8.75. So that at least I want it to be, that one was a bit small. But that's the formula. Formula for crotch is waist divide by 4. Alright, crotch is equal to what? Waist measurement divided by 4. So you can either minus half inch from it, or add half inch, or add 1 inch, depending on the size of the trouser. I explained everything in that my measurement I explained everything in the video on how to get a perfect crotch. Please watch that video and you understand everything. So next thing for us to get is the tie. Alright, we see the tie is 28. 28 divided by 4, that is divided by 2, that will be 14. So 28 by 2, that is what? That is 14. So on this, look at where our crotch length stopped here. So I will extend this line, okay, and this will become what? This will become our what? Our lap line. Where crotch stops, this is crotch where it stops. I will extend it, and it will become our lap line. So on this lap line, I'm taking my what? My lap measurement 14, because the tie is what? Is 28. Hope this is clear, guys. So next thing is how to curve our crotch. Okay, how are we going to curve our crotch? You simply come up here by 2 inches. This is 2 inches. Come up by what? By 2 inches. Okay. Come up by 2 inches. Sorry. Come by 2 inches. And if you guys check very well, I began my measurement half inch from the end point here. I marked half inch. Okay, half inch. Measurement starting from half inch. And it's not starting from the beginning here. It's starting from this half inch inwards. Half inch inwards. So here I'm going to take my waist measurement. We say my hip measurement. Sorry. So this is our hip line. Okay. All right, guys. So if we divide, the hip is what? 42. This is our hip line. All right. So if we divide 42 by 4, that will give you what? 10 and a half. This is 10 and a half here. All right. But I'm going to add half inch allowance to it. That'll be what? 11 here. All right. So I'm simply going to join this to this. Join this to this. All right. Then I'll join this to this here. Now see, guys, our crotch is what? Is ready. Now see, our crotch is ready and set. All right. So we measure this crotch now. What are you having? We are having 10 and a half, and that is long enough for a female crotch. Okay, it is long enough for a female crotch, guys. Very okay for female crotch. Now the next thing for us to do now is to go ahead and locate the half length, that is the knee length of the trouser. And if you check the length of it, you see the length of this trouser is 40. So where is 40? This is 40. This is 40 right there. Okay, we'll just add 2 inches allowance for hemming 40. So half of 40 will give you what? 20. So ideally, this is the knee point, all right? This is the knee point here, which is what? 20. That is the half length of the what? Trouser. This is 20. Okay. But from experience, I like taking this a little bit up, like let's say 1 inch, for a better fitting. So I'm going to take it up by 1 inch. If you want, you can leave it there. You can leave it at least 20, but I'll take it up by 1 inch and use 19. It gives me a better fitting when I do that. All right. It's not a must. You can leave it there at that 20, but for better fitting, I take it up a little. So now we'll take our knee measurements. Okay, so this is our knee. The next thing is our length. So let's mark out this thing. Our length is, we say this what is 40. This is 40 here, plus 2 inches hemming allowance. So let's join all these points together. Join all these points together. All right. So this is it. So the next thing for us to do is, now how are we going to fit our trouser? How are we going to give it fitting? We'll simply divide this tie here by 2. I want to give our trouser fitting now. This is by 2. This is it here. But same thing from experience, I will shift this line to this point by 1 inch. For it gives me what I want better. If you want, you can leave your center line to be at this center of this 14. Okay, but from experience, when I take it this way by half inch, I get it much more fitted where I want it. So here, if you take the center of this, is what is here, but I'm taking it and reducing 1 inch from it. Okay, and that becomes what? That becomes, by taking the beginning here, that is like 6 1/4. So I'll take this 6 1/4. I'll mark it all the way to the end, 6 1/4, all the way to the end. I'll use my long rule to join these points together, these 3 points together. All right. Now from this center line, I'll now take my fitting. Okay. So if I come to my knee here, I said my knee measurement is what? Is 19. Divide 19 by 2. You'll be having 9 1/2. All right. So if it's 9 1/2, it means I'll have 4 1/4 here, 4 1/4 here, to give me 9 1/2. All right. So if I keep this here, 4 3/4. I mean, this is the knee is 19, right? Let's do it proper. Divide 19 by 2. Alright? You are having 9.5. Divide 9.5 by 2. You are having 4 3/4. So it means I'm going to keep 4 3/4 on this center line. I'll keep 4 3/4 here, 4 3/4 this side, 4 3/4 this side to give me what? 9.5. Are we following? Alright. So if I measure from here to here, I have 4 3/4. From here to here, I have what? 4 3/4. That gives me what? 9.5. Guys, hope it's clear. If I come to the ankle now, my ankle I'm using 14. I'll use 14, alright. I'm using 14. So this 14, if I take 14 by 2, that will give you 7, alright. So we'll mark 3.5 this side. I'll see mark 3.5 what? This side. That becomes what? 7. 7 plus 7 gives you what? 14, alright. The next important is to join this point to this point, 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 this point to this point. Simple as that. So I'm going to use a long ruler to join this point to this point here. Yeah. Same thing this side. We join this point to this point here. Guys, so this is simple and straightforward. And now use this French curve here to join this point to this point here. Alright, when I come to this side, I'll use my French curve here and take this point here to this point here. This point here. And then I'll join this point to this point. Look at how I'm using my French curve, guys. Please, you need to know how to use your French curve. Know how to use it to get what you want, alright? It's not every side you use. Look, you can see I'm turning it, twisting to get what I want. So you can see we are done with this trouser. Now if you look, this line is coming from here, is converging. Converging, I mean it is closing up. It's bigger here, it's smaller here. So if you don't flay from this to this place a little, when it's time to hem this trouser, it might, rumple, squeeze at this point. So that's how I flay from here to here small. Can you see? I'm flaying here like a little bit less than half an inch, but more than a quarter. So when I'm cutting, I'll not cut inside here, I'll cut and flay out, So that when I hem it, guys, you understand what I'm saying? So that's it. We are done with this trouser, the front piece. We're going to cut it out right now and move straight to the back piece, okay? If you have any questions, drop them for me. And guys, if this video made sense, please subscribe, like the video, share the video, check in the description. So guys, for us to get our back piece, I'm going to show us a very simple trick on how to get our back piece. For us to get our back piece, simply we are going to add some allowances. Look at where I kept this front piece here. I kept it leaving an allowance of up to 3 inches here. Can you see this? 3 inches here. And the same thing here, up to 3 inches. Now, our back is the logic on how to get it. From this waist, I'm going to keep my tape here and measure 2.5 inches this way, alright? 2.5 inches this way, okay? And then, from here up, I also measure what? 2.5 inches. Can you see? So I came out here 2.5, came up 2.5, alright? So I'm going to join this point here to this point here, alright? So that is clear. I'll join this point to this point. So simply I'll use my ruler here, join this point to this point here. Now see this, very simple and what? Straightforward. Alright, the next thing I'm going to do right now will be to shift one of these front pieces this way. Alright, just one of it. The down one is still here. I'm shifting only one. The top piece, I shift it this way. Alright, leaving an allowance of 2.25 inches here. Alright, 2.25 inch. Alright, but at this point I'll make it 2 3/4. Difference of what? Half inch at the hip area. So the difference between allowance here and allowance here is what? Half inch. That's all. You can make it the same uniform, but like I said before, some of these things you get to understand them as you walk, okay? I can leave the same 2.25 inches allowance from here up to this point, but when I make it bigger here by half an inch, it gives me a better fitting. That's all. If you want, you can leave the same allowance 2.5 here all the way to the end. So at this point, we're now going to do what? To cut out our back piece. Now watch this place carefully. I'm going to show you something here. Alright, how to cut it here. Now, when I want to cut here, I'm not going to give the back piece the same deep curve as the front. I'm going to come here and mark what? Half inch here. So it means the depth of my back piece will start from here, come to this half inch here, alright, like this, okay, and then join to this point here. So this is how it's going to be. Something like this. Can you see? It is not as deep as the front piece. This is because the back piece, this place is for bum-bums, for the buttocks, okay? So it doesn't have to be this deep. It needs to create allowance for the buttocks, for the bum-bum to enter inside for the buttocks, alright? So I'm going to cut it out right now. Pay attention to this point. So we have come to the end of this video. If this video made sense, alright, subscribe to this channel. With the stitching of this trouser, you see I have gum it already. This is the front piece. I'll use my gum to gum it, and I notch it here by 7 inches, and I folded it here with a wideness of 1 3/4 inch. That gum I used there is called paper gum. Alright, you can use soft gum, you can use some cloth gum, but that one is paper gum. So both sides I've already gone ahead to apply my paper gum to them. This is now the pocket itself. The length of this pocket is 13 inches. Let's confirm that. The length is 13 inches by a wideness of 7 inches. Now you can see the pocket opening here. I made it 8 inches. Can you see this? Can you see this? So that it will now fit into the area. I can see the way I place it. That's how I'm going to fix the pocket. Alright. So if you are yet to subscribe to my channel, hit the subscribe button and turn the notification bell on. If you want to join my WhatsApp community, check in the description below. There's a link to my WhatsApp community. Alright. So let's go ahead, click it and join my WhatsApp community. So you can see this. Look, I just follow the way I'm doing it. Just look and observe. It's very simple. You can just follow what I'm doing. Just watch as I'm placing it, and you'll get it. So getting to this point, I'm going to notch here. All right, and I will show you while I notched there. Just continue watching. You will see why it's necessary to notch at that point. All right. So just look at what I'm going to do. The next thing I'm going to do, just watch how I'm stitching it. Can you see? Can you see here? You still see much more, clear why I notched it. Now watch carefully what I'm going to do here. I'm going to show you something at this point. I'm going to show you. If you see, after gumming my pocket, I folded it in here by 1 3/4 inch. Alright. So I'm still going to mark my 1 3/4 inch here. It's the same allowance I folded in that I'm replacing here. 1 3/4 inch. Alright. So I'm going to mark 1 3/4 inch here. Alright. That is where this pocket will start. It's just a replacement of the allowance I folded inside. I've replaced it back. I hope you understand. The allowance I folded in, I've replaced it back. As simple as that. I'm going to make a notch here, a stitch here rather, that will hold it together. Alright. The next thing is to make a stitch here as well to hold the pocket together before I finally close the down part of the pocket. I'm going to stitch it here, make a stitch here to hold the pocket together. Alright, you see this. Now watch carefully how I'm going to notch it. Just watch and you'll get it, guys. So you can see we are done with this pocket. Simple and straightforward. You can see how clean it's looking. We are done with this pocket. Completely done with it. This is the second pocket. You can see we are done with 2 of them. The next thing is now for us to join, since it's a lady's trouser, we're not putting zip in front here. It's not necessary. Alright, we're going to join like this. And I'm also doing another video on how to do another lady's trouser. That one will carry zip by the side and a band, not an elastic, but a band at the waist quite different from this one, so that you understand how to do. I want to give you a lot of options, so that whatever I want to do, you can always find an option for it. So these are the back pieces of the trouser. We will join them to the front separately before we get the waist measurement and join at the back finally. So these are the back pieces. So watch carefully how I'm going to join it. And I'm looking for an ankle size of 7.5 inches. So this is 7.5 inches right here. So I'm going to stitch it straight up. So I'll do the same thing to the second leg, okay? The same thing to the second leg. I don't want to waste time on this, so I'll just, whatever I do to one part, I do the same to the other part. So I don't waste time. I'll do the same thing to this second leg of the trouser, alright? So let's get the waist measurement. The waist of this trouser, we're actually using 42, alright, for the waist. So let's confirm that we have 42 here. All we need is to get 21. This is 9 here. And once we can get 21, that is 42, alright. So you can see we have 21 right here. Okay, so our 42 is confirmed. That's 21 right there. So our 42 is confirmed. So we'll stitch here. And then we'll go ahead to put elastic on the waist. So guys, I've got videos on how to cut female blazers, how to cut female senator native. All the videos are in my channel, okay? In case you're interested in any of those videos, you can check in my channel. The channel has over 400 videos, even though some are shorts, but videos are more. Over 200, videos and 100 plus shorts. So if you check there, I think there is little of what you need that you might not find there, okay? Most of what you need is on this channel. So we're checking my videos to actually discover so many things that are there that will be of help to you. Right, so this is the waist here. We're confirming that our waist is up to 42 inches. The next thing for us to do is to cut our waistband. So we'll check where we have 44 here. That is plus our seam allowance. 44 is fine. So that's our 44 right there. So we'll cut this waistband, and without wasting time, we'll go ahead to attach it to the waist of the trouser. And the wideness we're looking for on this waistband is a wideness of 3.5 inches is fine, okay, for what we want to do, okay. So we'll just mark 3.5 inches at different points and connect with a straight line, all right. So this is 3.5 inches here. We'll mark at different points and connect with a straight line. It's 3.5 here, it's 3.5 here, and it's 3.5 here. So we use our straight ruler to join these points together. It's our straight rule. We join. It's not everything use French curve, except the French curve, except the part that is straight, okay. So we use our straight rule to join this part, cut it out, and then we'll bring in our elastic that we are fixing in this waist. We're using an elastic, okay. So I'm going to show you a very simple trick on how to put elastic in a very simple and straightforward way. Very simple and easy to learn method. So you can see the waist here is up to 4. That is 21 right there. That gives us 42. So now we'll bring our elastic. That's 21 there. We'll bring our elastic to C. Okay. Now this is how to use to fix your elastic. I'm checking. Can this expand up to 42? No. I'll expand it. I'll increase it again and check. Okay, it can reach 42 now. All right. So the next I'm going to cut it out and go ahead to the machine to do what? To join the elastic, so that I can go ahead to what? Fix it in the waist. So you can see the way I've joined it. The next thing I'm going to do is to fix it in the waist. I also joined this waist. Look at it there, the mark I made, 1/2 inch. We're looking at 21. That's 21 right there. So we'll go ahead and stitch it here, 1/2 inch stitching, and we'll join the waist. We'll join the waist. We'll join the waist. We'll join the waist like this. Like this. So this is quite simple and straightforward. Quite simple and straightforward. So after this, next is just to go ahead and attach this waist to the trouser. So just watch carefully. I'm going to attach it, guys. We're almost done, guys. In the next 2 minutes, we should be done with this video. Just 2 minutes time and we are done, okay? So just be patient. All right. So the next thing for us to do is to get our length. The length is 40. We'll fold it there at 40. That's the length. We'll fold it there at 40. And we'll hem it in properly. We'll hem it in properly. And we are done. You hem it in and we are done. So in the next 1 minute, guys, we'll be done with this video. Like I said, if you like this content, please share it, like the video, subscribe to the channel, share, like, comment. Let me know if it's of value and of importance to you. So you can see, guys, next for us to hem our trouser. So we'll simply go ahead and hem it. Yep. And in few seconds we are done with this video. Thank you guys for always watching and commenting, subscribing, liking, sharing. I am really grateful. Without you guys, I won't be here. All right, you guys watch, that's why I post. If you don't watch, I won't post. Okay, so thank you so much, guys. This is our trouser. We are done with it. Very nice and clean. Thanks for watching.